How's that look? Good. Uh-oh. Dang it. Sorry, guys. Just a sec here. There we go. Can you guys see that? Okay. Do you guys maybe want to mute yourself if you have like some background noise, and then we won't have any static or anything? Okay, so first off, to any new coaches that have just joined our team, we obviously want to welcome you, and we're so excited that you've decided to join us. We think we're the coolest tribe around, of course, but what we do want you to know is that we are here to support you in anything that you need. So even if I'm not sort of your upline coach, so the coach that you signed on with, please reach out to me if you need something, as well as all the other leaders on the team. We all really feel like this is a group effort. We get that if we're all successful, the whole team is going to be successful. So if you need us, reach out to us. Together, we've sort of implemented different message boards and different ways for all of us to sort of connect together. So don't be afraid to reach out on those little message boards that we've added you to. That's where, if I'm busy at work, I do still work a couple days a week, so I can't just be answering messages all the time, especially on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm with clients at my salon. So if you post something on some message threads that you've been added to, if you haven't been added to a message thread yet, that just means you're so brand new that I haven't wanted to overwhelm you yet. So I will add you to the message threads because they're often an easy way to get some help. So I just want you to know that everyone's here to help you. We really run as a whole team, and we want to all be successful so we can be successful as a team. We know that you're feeling super overwhelmed right now. If you have just signed on as a coach, in the last couple weeks or even the last couple months, there's just so much information that gets thrown at you. Trust us. We know exactly how you feel. All of a sudden you sign up and you're so excited and you're just thrown all this information and you almost feel like you're drowning. It's normal. It is 100% normal to feel overwhelmed. All I can say to you is just take a deep breath. Remember that feeling of excitement that you had when your coach asked you to join them, or you decided that you wanted to be a coach. Just keep remembering that feeling, and that's going to carry you through all this overwhelm, because there is a ton of information. But tonight we're going to share with you that there's only a few things that you really need to do consistently every day to grow your business, and especially to start your business. When you're just starting, there's only a few things you need to do every day. So just take a deep breath and don't worry about all the fluffy stuff and all the pictures and the apps and all that stuff. Don't worry about that. That will come over time when you have a little bit more time to sort of dive into the extra things. Right now, we're just going to share with you the things that you need to do right now to get your business started. So first, let's just talk about what is a coach. What do we do, and who are we? We are just regular people who really love other people. We are not fitness people. Like, we're not fitness trainers. We're not nutritionists. So don't ever feel like you have to be that to someone. That is not what we are. We are people that we happen to love helping other people. We have fallen in love with products and programs that the company Beachbody has brought out, and we really, really want to share that with other people. That's all we are. Beachbody covers the nutrition. Beachbody covers the fitness. We don't need to do any of that. We just need to share what we're doing with other people. We are social media-based business owners. That is where you're going to build your business. You may build your business on social media to your warm market. So when I say warm market, I mean to the people that you already know, your family and your friends. And that's awesome. Social media is this great platform to be able to reach so many people in a short period of time. We love uplifting, encouraging, and supporting others with a change. We have changed our lives. I'm sure everyone on this call and every single coach on our team has made some really big changes in their life since you've either signed up as a coach or maybe signed on into a challenge group with your coach, and now you're just deciding to join us as well. But I'm sure there's been changes that you've made, even if your time with us has been really short. Even if you've just done sort of the 21-day fix, you've gone through one round of the fix and you've fallen in love with this and you want to share it with people. I'm sure there's been changes that you've already made. Your nutrition, your fitness, maybe all of a sudden you're committed to getting up and working out every day. Maybe your whole mindset is changing. We're always a work in progress, but we always are feeling these positive changes. We are people that run monthly challenge groups or test groups, focus groups, or free groups. That's what we do as coaches. We run groups, accountability groups, essentially. We want to run groups to help other people. Our mission is to get other people that we love to join us so they can have results like we are feeling. We are people that build a tribe, or are hopefully building a tribe of like-minded people. For myself, that is a tribe of girl bosses. That's what I feel like you all are. For me, when I signed up as a coach, sort of 6 months into my journey. So this is something that you don't need to be diving too deep into right now, but when you start thinking about the future of your business, this is really where you want it to go. You want to start thinking about the tribe or the team that you're going to build. The team of people that are going to help you help others. That is what we do. That is it simplified. We help other people help people. It's all about helping. So I like to have a tribe of girl bosses that have the same mission as me. We want to help ourselves. We want to be fit. We want to be healthy. We want to be financially fit. We want to be empowered. We want to uplift people. And we do that as a group. And we do that for other people. You are your boss. When you're a coach, you are your own boss. This is your business. You are an entrepreneur and you are the CEO. I am not your boss. Darlene is not your boss. Megan is not your boss. Whoever your upline is not your boss. We are your mentors. We are here to help you. We, as a big tribe, are here to help each other. But this is your business, so you can do what you want with it. There are no rules. There's certainly roadmaps to success, and that's what we do as your mentors. We share that with you. We share what's worked for us. We have done what has worked for others, and now we share that with you. But you ultimately decide what you're going to do with your own business. You are a part of the most amazing tribe, like I said, or family, like I like to think of us, Team Fitnique. So like I said in the beginning, we are here to help each other always. So you're probably sitting here thinking, okay, that's all fine and dandy and that sounds awesome, but like, what am I supposed to do here? I got all this information and I don't know where I'm supposed to start. So your first step is you have to make a grand opening post. Nobody's going to know what you're doing if you hide and you don't share it with people. We talk about this all the time on all our pages. This is the most important step to make. And it doesn't matter if you're not brand new. If you're on this call or listening to this call and you've been a coach for 5 months, but you've never done a grand opening post, you need to do one now. And if you've done 20 grand opening posts, you can do another one. You can always be changing your sort of grand opening. You can always be doing posts that tell people what you're up to. Because the thing about social media is there's always going to be new people checking out your page. And they maybe didn't see that post that you made 3 or 4 months ago. So you always want to be sharing what you're doing. But this is the ultimate first step that you need to make. You need to make your grand opening post on your personal page, if nothing else on your personal page. Post about what you're doing. If you have a support group opened up already, or you have a business like page opened up, then you can post the grand opening post there as well. And this is an example, a super easy example. I'm so excited. I'm participating in my Coach's Next Challenge group, and she has invited me to bring along 2 or 3 of my friends. If you're looking to lose 5 to 10 pounds in a supportive and fun environment, message me for details. And this little blurb needs to be with a picture of you. And you could have a picture of you in your 21-day fix program, or a picture of a before and now, whatever you want it to be, but it needs to be a picture of you. Team Fitnique does not do stock Beachbody pictures, okay? We don't do that. We don't look salesy. We are not salespeople. We are just sharers of our journey. So you need to be in that picture in some form. That does not mean your abs need to be showing. None of your body needs to be showing. You can be fully clothed with your package. Whatever your comfort level is, that's correct, but it needs to be your smiling face. People need to know that it's you. We have tons of examples of grand opening posts in the files section in the Team Fitnique page. There's a whole document of grand opening posts. So lots of our coaches have done amazing grand opening posts. And whenever I catch one, I copy it into that file so you guys can see it. And don't copy them, because it has to be your post. It has to be what you're doing right now. But definitely take some cues from those posts. The next step is you want to start your support group. So that can kind of be a blended step. You can start your support group and do your grand opening post in the support group. You can do your grand opening post on your personal page first, then open a support group and do it in there as well. You definitely want it to be in your support group. That needs to be sort of your first post in your support group. So I've shown you here directions. If you want to start your support group, you're on your Facebook homepage. On the left-hand side, go down, scroll down to groups, click create group. It's very simple. The instructions are all there. I do have some people that would rather go the business page route, and that is fine. I am not going to get into the differences of support group and business page right now. If that's how you feel you want to go, that's fine too. Follow all these same steps with a business page. If you're feeling like you're not sure which one you want to do, reach out to your coach and they can discuss that with you. That's a whole other call that would take me hours. So I'm not going to do that right now. My opinion is start with a support group. I just think it's easier. It's really easy to connect with people with a support group. Business page is a little bit harder to be seen on Facebook. So that's my real opinion is to start with a support group. You will probably need both eventually, but right now let's start with a support group. So get your support group up and running. Step 3, you need to make a contact list. We need to have a big list of people that you can talk to. And I want you to get used to writing down people's names and, just get into the habit of keeping track. Tracking is really important in this business. It probably doesn't seem like it right now. You probably think you can remember all the names that you're ever going to talk to, but very quickly you're going to start forgetting and getting confused. So right off the get-go, I want you to start with either pen and paper. I still use pen and paper. Like, I am so old school, it's sickening. I have pads of paper everywhere. You can use Google Docs. You can use a spreadsheet. You can use Teamsy. There's tons of different things online if you want to use those. But get something that you can have a contact list. Write down every single person's name that you know. Go through all your friends on Facebook. Go through your email contacts. Go through your phone contacts. Write those names down. Anyone that you know that is on Facebook that seems to be, I don't want you to prejudge anyone. What I did is I added every woman. I decided right away that I was just going to work with women. That's just me. As I said, this is your business. You can do whatever you want. But add everyone into your support group. Invite them all to your support group. They have to say yes or no. They don't have to join it if they don't want to. You don't have to feel weird about adding people into your group. They're going to get a notification saying that they've been invited to your group, and they can leave it if they don't want to. And who cares? Don't worry about it if they do or don't. Right now, you are just building trust with these people. You need to get them into that group so you can start talking with them and sharing what you're doing. And that doesn't mean just sharing Beachbody stuff all the time. It means sharing what you're doing, which means you're cooking differently, you're working out, you're maybe walking the dog more, you're having a positive mindset, you're making new friends, like tons of things that are going on in your life you want to share in your support group, not just Beachbody stuff. And this is where you're going to start building your trust with the people that you're adding in these groups. And then they will become future challengers. And I think, one more thing. So the top 3 goals that we have for you in the first 30 days of your business as a coach is to start a challenge group. Now that can be a free group. It can be a regular challenge group that you can run with your coach. Lots of times I have my new coaches, they might have 1 or 2 people that want to try a program with them. So they don't feel quite ready to run their own challenge group. So we run one together. And it's personally, I love that. You are kind of an apprentice coach with me. You're supporting your challengers, but I'm kind of doing the heavy work. I'm still doing all those daily posts, but you're being that encourager in that group. And you're being, that person there that's really supporting everyone and learning and seeing how a challenge group is run. Some of you are ready to go do a group on your own, and that is awesome. I think that's great, and I encourage anyone that feels like they're ready to do that to go for it. But that's our first goal. You want to pick a date for your challenge group, whether it's a free clean eating group or it's a real challenge group, because you need something to invite to. So you're talking to people every single day. You're picking 5 names off your contact list, and you're going to get talking to each one of them every single day. And you want to have something to invite to if your conversation turns into what you've been doing and what your vision is as a Beachbody coach. We want you to hit Success Club for a couple different reasons. First, Success Club is just a benchmark in our business. But secondly, my goal for all my new coaches is to have their Shakeology paid for. So if you hit Success Club 5, which you're going to hear that word Success Club over and over and over again, but if you hit Success Club 5, your Shakeology is paid for the month. And that is my goal for my coaches, to never, ever, ever have to pay for Shakeology again. And in the first 30 days, really like you to advance to the Emerald rank. And Megan's going to explain a little bit later why Emerald is so important. And it is not a hard thing to do. Basically, you need to start new active coaches to open your business. As soon as you're an Emerald coach, it signifies to everyone, Beachbody, corporate, myself, that your business is open. You are open for business. And I think, yep, Megan's going to take over.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can.
All right. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what a challenge group is. Most of you guys have connected with your personal coach in a challenge group, more than likely. But I know there are a couple of even my coaches who we connected not in a challenge group. So I know Linda's on this call and she still has not done a challenge group yet. So if you're not familiar with what one is, it's basically a big happy fitness family who you support on their journey. And the great thing about it is that at the same time, you are being supported and held accountable to your own goals. So it really is a win-win. I think a lot of the time we sign up as a coach for that accountability. So the challenge group is kind of a great place for everybody to hit their fitness goals, you included. So how do you get people into the challenge group? You have to invite. So there are so many different ways that you can go about inviting. First, like Michelle said, make a list of all the people, on your Facebook page, your friends list, everything, and figure out who you think would be interested. Send them a message. Just let them know that you're starting up this challenge group, and would they be interested, or maybe they know someone who might be. Use the sample post that Michelle posted there before for your grand opening post. That is inviting people. That's giving something for people to comment and say, yes, I'm interested. I want more information. I want to learn more, basically. And then be creative with your posts. So, when you don't always have to be outright inviting in your posts, like, who wants to join me? Who wants to join me? Message me if you want to join. It can be more subtle, and when you're posting about your workout, you can say, like, oh, it feels so good to get back on track. Does anyone want to join me? Or, my weekend, I ate so awful. Starting Monday, I want to get back on track. It's going to feel so great. Like, those are ways of inviting people to join you and be held accountable. You can do what's called a go for no. I won't really go into that too much, but if you go into the file section in Team FitMe, there's a script there for a go for no. So basically, it's just kind of a creative way to invite people. But if you read through the script, I won't do it right now, but it's just a creative way to invite people, and you end up getting a very good response. I use this a lot near the end of the month if I'm kind of struggling for Success Club points, or just I've kind of hit an end of who to connect with. I will use that go for no script. It's really great. And share your story. Just continue every single day to be sharing your story. Be real. Show the real you, because people connect with that. Don't just be surface all the time. You've got to really be raw and real. Put your emotions into your post. And when you keep putting yourself out there on social media and you keep talking about how amazing the programs are and how great you feel, people will naturally want to do what you do, and they will naturally want to join you. You can switch them, Sal. So what is Success Club? We touched on this a little bit, but basically it's a benchmark that shows you are continually helping people each month, and that you are kind of moving your business in the right direction. So your non-negotiable goal should always be Success Club 5, but really, why not make that Success Club 10? If you make that Success Club 10, you're showing yourself and you're showing other people that you are building this business, and you're going to build it faster. You're going to hit success in your business a lot faster if you focus on Success Club 10. So how you get points. So every challenge pack, so that is a fitness program plus a month supply of Shakeology, that gets you 2 Success Club points. A home direct, I think the slide, it says 2 points, but a Shakeology HD is worth 1 point. So when someone wants to just order Shakeology, there are 2 different options when they order. They can order a one-time order of Shakeology, or they can order it on Home Direct. So their shipping is actually a lot cheaper if they order it on Home Direct. So I always tell people this option, because they might just go on, order it just a one-time, and you will not get a Success Club point for that. And I know it's not all about Success Club points, but it kind of is. So always let them know that, they want to get the Shakeology on Home Direct, because their shipping is quite a bit cheaper than it is if they just order the one-time purchase. And if they want to cancel after that first month, no problem. They can do that. No questions asked. So 1 point for the Shakeology. You want to hit Success Club 5, at least in your first full 3 months as a coach. And when you do that, you will earn a ticket to Summit. So next year it's in New Orleans. So your first month is the month you sign, or it can be the month following the month you sign. So if you signed up last week and you don't hit Success Club 5 for the month of August, your first month will be September. So if you don't hit it this month, you don't have to panic. You still have September But if you don't hit it in September, you won't get those first 3 months to get your free ticket to Nashville or to New Orleans, if that makes sense. Also, if you hit Success Club 5 or 10, every month you get prizes from Beachbody, just a free prize they do every month. So last month we all won this like Shakeology canister that we can put our bag of Shakeology in. It's really cool. So, and some Shakeology packets, I think. So that was the prize for last month. So each month is a really neat prize. We get wear and share, personal development, just different fun things like that. And like I said, it's a benchmark for a thriving business. Also, hit Success Club each month and make sure you get registered for the Success Club trip, and that will earn you a free trip. Next year, it's in the Dominican Republic. So definitely register for the Success Club trip and get hitting Success Club 5 at least to get in on that. Okay, so then what is Emerald? So this is, again, like Michelle said, it's your first rank advancement that you want to hit, and you want to hit this as soon as possible for a couple of different reasons. And it can seem kind of scary to think hitting your first rank advancement right when you're first signing up. Don't put this goal off. This is something that you can do right away. It's something you guys could do this week if you really focused on it. It's very simple to do, so don't get intimidated by it, basically. So all it is you need to find 2 coaches to join you. And this does not need to be coaches that want to work the business. You do not have to find people that want to be business builders. You basically have to find people that love Shakeology and want a discount. That is how the majority of us get to Emerald in the first place. So what most of us do is we sign up our spouse. And then we find, our sister or our mom or a really good friend who is interested in the program and wants Shakeology, and we sign them up on our other legs. So you have 2 legs, a right leg and a left leg, and you want to get a coach, like just a discount coach, even someone who's going to drink Shakeology every month. Put them on your legs, and just as easy as that, you are Emerald. So I can't stress it enough that you don't have to. Don't think that you need to find these working coaches. It's really very, very simple. Find a couple family members. That's all. And you're helping them out too. They get started on a new fitness program and they start drinking Shakeology, and they can be your first challengers. So it's kind of a win-win. Plus you get Success Club points and commission from these people. So if you get to Emerald this month, you will have already 4 Success Club points. Also, start thinking about your dream team. Even if you are brand new, this is something you can do right away. Just start thinking about your team down the road and who you would like on it, and start writing down those names. You don't have to ever mention it to these people. You might want to one day, but just start writing down names. I did this right from day one, and there's still people on that list that I've never mentioned it to. I think one day I probably will, but I can say that the majority of my coaches on my team were on that list at one point and now are on my team. So it really does work. Get that list started, and it's kind of fun to do it. And I've even used that as an invite, and I really meant it, but I would send an invite to someone and say, like, I created this dream team list and you were on it, and I just can't help but think that you would be great. And they were flattered to think that I'd put their name on a dream team list. Like, that's really cool to think about that. So go ahead and start doing that, and don't be afraid to talk about what you're doing. It doesn't have to be financial success that you need to talk about, because when we all start as a coach, we're not making a lot of money. For the most part, we're making a little bit of commission here and there, but we're not making oodles of money that we can talk about. But it's obviously done something for you, because you are still here and you're wanting to learn more. So just think about, like, what coaching has done for you already. Is it the accountability? Is that why you're a coach? Is it just kind of the excitement you get when you're helping a new challenger? Is it the support of our team? Is it hanging out with us once a week on team calls? Is it finally having something for yourself? I know as a mom, a busy mom, this you know, right away was something that was just for me and only for me. And I loved that. It was the first time in years that I had something that was set apart from my husband and my kids, and it was just all mine basically. So that was something I posted about a lot and still do. Or maybe you have really big dreams, big goals and big dreams, and you know you're not there yet, but you know where you're going, and you can talk about that. Talk about your plans for the future and how you know that coaching is going to help you get to those goals. And you know, you can even talk about success from, you know, other people on this team. Like you can say, like, my coach Michelle, she is now working 2 days a week and she gets to be home with her kids, and I want to do that. So you can kind of use other people's stories as your stories when you're sharing. Where did I go here? So the benefits of Emerald. So this is why we want you to get there right away, because there are some really cool benefits. You will start to get free customers from Beachbody. So if you hit Success Club, if you hit Emerald and stay Emerald, and you hit Success Club 5, the next month you will get free customers from Beachbody. So you will just log into your Coach Online office, and every few days, or it all depends on the month, but you will start to see that you have new customers in your online office. And these are people that have just gone to the Beachbody website, created an account, and requested to have a coach. So you can then, you have their contact information, and you can reach out to them. You can say, hi, I've been assigned your free coach. You know, would love to hear more about you, would love to connect. Are you on Facebook? And you can get these customers kind of into your support group and start really connecting and building relationships with them. If you hit Success Club 10, you will actually get customers that have already purchased Shakeology or a challenge pack. So you don't get their Success Club points, but you will get their commission. So it's basically free money. So, you know, I know getting to Emerald, it can sometimes be a little frustrating because you have to sign your husband up, which is costing your family money, and you're putting out another challenge pack and another bag of Shakeology each month, but you really will get that money back. First of all, you get the money back when you sign up your husband, because you make the commission from his order. So already you're making about, say, $50 on your husband's order, your spouse, whoever. And then you will get these free customer leads each month, which add up to quite a bit of money. Like, you know, it can even be like $250 some months of just free money from these Success Club leads, which is awesome. And I've signed up a couple coaches too from Success Club leads. So it really, you know, it does work out in your benefit for sure. And then you will start to accumulate what we call Team Cycle bonus. And I'm not gonna go into this too deep because it's very confusing and I still don't 100% understand it all. But basically, as an Emerald coach, you will get a Team Cycle bonus, and every time you Team Cycle, you will earn $14. So if you have a certain amount of points on one leg and a certain amount of points on your other leg, you will Team Cycle. So you need 100 points on one and 200 points on the other, and you will cycle and earn $14. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but as you start to build your team, you will start to cycle more and more and more. And like, let's say you cycle like 15 times, which doesn't take all that much to cycle that many times. You'll earn like $210, I think it is. So, you know, that really adds up. And once you're an Emerald coach, if your team isn't that big and you're not actually cycling, Beachbody will like bank your team cycle and hold it for you until you are at the point where you can cash that in. So you're not losing all those points that you're accumulating each month, like all the volume points. They'll hold it for you until you're ready, and you can then cash it in. So that's pretty cool. But if you lose your Emerald status, your points get wiped out. So it's really important, once you are an Emerald coach, you want to hold that to keep those points. And like we said, it's, you know, it's your first rank advancement. It really shows that you're serious about this business, that your business is open, your store is open, and you are ready to start building a team and be a leader. So it's a cool benchmark to hit. Michelle, did you want to explain this?
Sure. This is just, I guess I just put this slide in here just so you guys could get a little bit of a snapshot of your downline and how this whole when you sign up a coach works. So as you can see, this is I made these slides a while ago. So this is kind of all changed. Darlene's still here, and my husband and my mom are. So this is when I first started. I, like Megan explained, to get to Emerald, I signed up 2 coaches. So I signed up my husband on one side, and then my little cousin, who at one point in time was over here, and she's no longer a coach. So that's why she is gray. She'll always sort of stay there, because if she ever wanted to sign up again, she would actually just plop right back into that spot. But so those are the 2 people that I started with. So as you can see, you're at the top of the tree, and you have a left side and a right side, and everyone has a strong side and a weak side. And all that means is one side, for myself, my strong side is where my husband is, here. So you guys have all heard of Amy Pagano. So Amy is my upline. Amy is my coach. So on my strong leg, Amy also adds coaches to this leg. When I think of that leg, I think strong, because it means there's lots of people. It's really strong. Like, lots of people are being added to it by other people. So I add to this leg. Amy adds to this leg. The coaches that she adds to this leg also add to this leg. So all of a sudden, there's lots of volume or lots of points being accumulated on this leg. So just Team Cycle bonus, as Megan just sort of explained, you need 200 points on your strong leg and 100 points over here on your weak leg to be able to cycle. So to be able to have that $14 on your check. So it's really easy to get that on your strong leg, because other people oftentimes are adding to that leg. It really does depend where you're placed in your coach's downline, but oftentimes you're going to open up this tree, and you're going to say, oh my God, who's Lisa Dietrich? I don't know her. Who is she? Like, how did she get in my downline? And you'll probably ask that question to your coach, and we'll say, well, that's your strong leg. That's why you see names that you don't understand. On your weak leg over here, you are the only person that can add to that leg. So over here, when I look at my weak leg, the only people I see are people that I've added to. So all the coaches say PS, PS, PS. So that means personally sponsored, personally sponsored, personally sponsored. So these coaches are the only people that can contribute to the points on that side. So to get to 100 points, these people need to be either selling programs and products, challenge packs, whatever, or buying them themselves to create those points. So to be able to get 100 points and then 200 points to make up the 300 points that you need to cycle, you need to have some active coaches on your weak leg. So just one little tip to think about as you're building your team and getting to Emerald and finding people, thinking about your dream team and finding people to join you. If you know that someone is really going to be a builder and really wants to really get into this business, as opposed to maybe just taking advantage of the discount, if you know they're really going to go for it, put them on the leg that only you can add to, because that's where you need people to really be producing points or producing volume at this point in time in your business. right now your goal is to get to Emerald, and then your next goal is to get to Diamond, and that only needs 8 coaches. You need 8 coaches to do that, and then you need to get to Diamond, you need 2 of those coaches to get to Emerald. That's getting a little bit further on, but just the one thing I want you to remember is, if you know someone is really going to work the business, put them on your leg that only you can add to. You do have to have an even number. So by the time you get to Diamond, you need 4 coaches on your strong leg that you have signed up, and 4 coaches on your weak leg that you obviously have signed up. And then one of them over here has to be an Emerald, and one of them over here has to be an Emerald when you get to Diamond. So you do have to start going, left, right, strong, weak. But if you know you have a gut feeling that someone's really going to be a business builder, get them on that leg that only you can add to. We can do calls after calls after calls about where you should place people, but those are really the basics. And we'll move on. There you go, Megan.
All right. So I'm sure you guys have heard about the 3 vital behaviors, and now they've added in a 4th. But the first, basically these, if you do these things, you will be successful. Like, there's really no doubt about it. You do these things every single day, you will have success in your business. So the first one is, it's called inviting, but as a lot of us like to refer to it as connect, because inviting can kind of seem a little bit scary, and you think you have to be like, please join me all the time. And it's not. It's connecting. It is, you want to connect with people every single day, new people, old people, like just always be reaching out to people and connecting. That can just be sending them a little message like, hey, how's it going? Saw your kids on Facebook, like, are you guys getting ready to go back to school? Like, it's just connecting with people. Go through everybody in your support group, start connecting with those people. Ask them, are they enjoying your support group? Would they like to see anything specific? Give them options. Do you want to see more recipes or more transformations? Or, if I were to run free challenge groups, what would you be interested? Those are just ways of connecting. It's not always about going after a sale and trying to find a challenger, trying to find a coach. It's just reaching out to them, offering them support. I think people are very, very surprised nowadays to just get a kind message from someone, not expecting anything in return. Like, it's just very rare, right? People don't really take the time anymore to just like be kind for no reason. So just do that. Just connect with people every single day. And then when they're ready to make changes, they're going to remember you, and they're going to see your posts more because you guys are having back and forth conversations on Facebook. So you will pop up in their news feed more. That's just the way Facebook works. It's kind of creepy like that, really, but they will start to see you more in their news feed. So they're going to start liking your posts more because you've connected with them. So now they feel like they know you a bit better. So they'll be more likely to like and to comment. And then, like I said, when they are ready to make changes, they're going to come and look to you for help. So it's just every single day you have to connect with these people, and private messages are the best way to do that, definitely. The second vital behavior is be proof the product works. So, we have to be working out, we have to be doing Beachbody programs, and we have to be drinking Shakeology. There's no way around that. If we are trying to inspire people to make healthy changes, we need to be doing that. Like, it's obviously we're not perfect, and we should never show that we are perfect on social media. I think people relate to imperfections and relate to struggles, but we need to be trying our best every single day with our own health and nutrition, and showing that it does work and that our lives have changed because of it. So showing before and afters, just again, sharing what the programs are doing for you, sharing why you love Shakeology. For me as a busy mom, it's so easy to mix it up and just take it on the go. And crazy nights, I can just feed the kids supper and I can just have my shake. Like, so just share those things, be proof the product works. And number 3 is personal development. So, I don't think a lot companies really encourage personal development, and Beachbody does, which I think is really, really cool. So you have to be working on yourself every single day, working on personal development, basically. So this can be in a lot of different forms. It can be reading, like The Compound Effect. If you're a brand new coach, that's a great book you should start with, or You Are a Badass. Like there's a whole bunch of books that you could start with, but just reading a little bit of that each day to just get your mindset in the right spot. There's podcasts you can download. There's business personal development that you can be doing, and like that I recommend you're doing every single day. Like I am constantly doing business personal development. Like every downtime I have, I am listening to a YouTube video from another coach, like a top coach or some other coach in the network, listening to their team calls, just listening to whatever I can and absorbing as much as I can in little pockets of time throughout my day. So when I'm folding laundry or when I'm driving, as long as there's no kids in my car, when I'm doing dishes, when I'm tidying the house, like basically anytime that the kids don't need me and I'm doing something else, I'm multitasking and I'm listening to YouTube videos and just trying to learn and take in as much as I can all the time. Like I never listen to the radio in the car anymore because I want to learn and I want to just get ideas and inspiration to keep moving my business forward. And then the 4th vital behavior that they just recently did is recognition. So recognizing your challengers and coaches on your team. It's kind of I think that vital behavior is something you'll start to do once you've gotten into this business a little bit. As a brand new coach who doesn't even have challengers or coaches, it's hard to recognize, but you can recognize yourself, show yourself out. And then, so these are just kind of important things that you need to be taking care of right away. So the National Wake Up Call, this is something that Team Beachbody does every single Monday. So you can listen to the live call or you can listen to the replay, which I always personally listen to the replay later that day or later on that week. But I've never missed a National Wake Up Call. I think it should be non-negotiable for you. These are great tips. They're like 30, 40 minutes, usually not too long, but make it on your weekly to-do list that you listen to that National Wake Up Call for sure. You can download the podcast, which has it, or you can just go right on the Team Beachbody website and you can click on the replay and you can actually go back and listen to every single National Wake Up Call that there has ever been. So again, that can be your business development. So like there is no shortage of personal development ever. Like you can go back hundreds and hundreds of calls and listen to all these old National Wake Up Calls, and they're really great. We have team calls as well. So they're on Mondays and Wednesday evenings at 9 p.m. and it rotates. So one week it'll be Monday, the next week it'll be Wednesday, that kind of thing. So I think team calls are very, very important, and it really shows that you are serious about it. And I personally think that the people that are most successful are the ones that hop on to the team calls because they're making this business a priority. I mean, we all have stuff going on in the evenings, but I know I plan my week around these team calls and I make it work. I let my husband know so he can take care of the kids, or, there is times where you're going to have to miss a team call, but I think if you're making it a priority, which it should be, you should really be getting onto these calls. And if you can't, definitely be listening to the replay. Payday is Wednesdays at midnight. Now, I'm pretty sure that the money won't actually be in your bank account until Fridays, but Thursday mornings, you'll be able to log into your Coach Online office and see what your pay will be for that week. So we get paid every single week, which is kind of cool. there are lots of documents two documents that you need to fill out, Canadian coaches. So that is all in your Coach Online office, kind of right in the very center. And if you've gone through like the training, it also tells you about that. So this should be repeat information for you. There's the EFT and the W8BEN form, whatever that form is. And then there's an example for you to look at to fill that out. And in Team Fitneek Academy, so that's the training page, that is basically all of our team training. So if you haven't gone through that, definitely go through each one of those steps. And Coach Basics, or we just started our like new coach training just this past Monday. So if you're not in that and you want to be, just contact Michelle or I and we can get you into that. And then probably the most important thing right there in yellow is the FAQ. So in your Coach Online office, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's very small, I think they should have it like huge fluorescent letter, but it's FAQ, very, very tiny. But if you click on that box, you can literally find any information that you need. Any question that you have is most likely in the FAQ. And I know I'm guilty for this, for like asking Michelle or someone else on our team a question, when really I could just go to the FAQ and I could probably find it for myself. Like, so definitely utilize the FAQ or Google. It's pretty much the same thing, but the answer is always out there, and we are always available to answer questions, but we're not really always available. So if you need something immediate, go to the FAQ, look through that, and it's all there. And then the number for coach relations as well is there. And also, I just wanted to mention too, in the file section of Team Fitneek, which is the team page, there's Team Fitneek Academy, and then the team page, just Team Fitneek. In the file section, there is like so much information, like scripts you can borrow, just like, and all information is in there. Like, there's no shortage of information. And also there's like a search bar in each group that you belong to. Mm-hmm. And if you type in a word in that search bar, like let's say you want to find like, I don't know, like information about Shakeology, for instance, just type in Shakeology in that search bar, and all the posts that have in Team Fitneek that have talked about Shakeology will all come up there. So it's a really great way to kind of filter through the posts, but find what you're looking for. So that was something I didn't know about for the longest time. So it's been helpful. And that's it.
Cool. Thanks, Megan. Good job. Does anybody have any questions?
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Good, Sylvia. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I actually have a couple of questions. First one is for the grand opening post. Like, I've done it when I first became a coach. Should I just use the same one and to pin it to the top of the page, or should I just do a new one all over again?
Oh, I would do a new one.
Do a new one? Okay.
Yeah, I try and read mine all the time because I'm always changing. There's always something new. Oftentimes, because of personal development, I feel different in different ways, right? I feel maybe more confident now, or, you know, when you first started.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't really matter. It probably doesn't matter, but I always like to keep it fresh and new and change as I'm changing. But yes, okay, I always put mine to the top of my support group page.
Okay. And the other thing I was wondering is for personal development, do you have like any apps for like audio? So if I'm driving around, I can, like, for example, the book, like Compound Effect or something like that. Do you have anything in audio that I can download? Like a link or something, like, you know what I'm trying to ask? No?
Well, you can download like Audible. And
Is that
what you mean? Like, and then you can order books through Audible.
Is that the app for it? It's called Audible?
Audible, yeah.
Okay. No, because I know that you can get like CDs from the library, but I don't have a CD player in my car. So that's why I was...
I think you have to pay for everything on Audible. Like, okay. I think it's like buying a ebook or I don't know, like a book that reads to you, whatever that's called.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's the only questions I have.
Okay.
Thanks, ladies.
No problem. Anybody else? Rob, you look like you have a question.
Well, not really a question, but a statement. I'm really glad what you said about the importance of the National Wake-Up Call. Darlene told me about it kind of back around Christmas or January when I was starting the 21-day fix, and I pretty much blew it off. Since Summit,
the cruise.
Since the cruise, I have really been digging into the National Wake-Up Call, and definitely since Summit. Before Summit, I was up to 25, and now I'm at 42. So the importance of the National Wake-Up Call is huge. It's more than a pep rally. It's more than a pump your tires thing. Of course, there's recognition, but there is a lot of information on building your business, the vital behaviors, personal development, success from other, it's mostly women, coaches, basically just doing their testimonial or their story, and it is riveting. And what I do it at work. I turn my data on quick, like Megan said, it's like 38 minutes or 42 or 45 minutes. I just stick my phone under my t-shirt, and I have it right here, and I can hear the whole thing, and I keep working away. And the next thing I know, like, I'm pumped right up, and I'm dreaming about, Darlene retiring me and me not having to swing a hammer. And then I come home at lunch, and I say, what's going on? Like, it's cool. So everybody listen to it. Get your husbands to listen to it.
I would agree. That is the first thing that I did, and the only thing I did for personal development probably for 6 months. So I downloaded the podcast, and I literally downloaded every single National Wake-Up Call that I could listen to. And I went all the way back to the beginning. I started at the first one, and I listened to every single one. And then I would listen to them again, and I have now started going back again. And the stuff that you can learn from all these coaches, when I say you don't have to do anything new, I'm not kidding. Like, we just do what everyone else is doing. We just put our own spin on it. So if you're sitting trying to figure out how you're going to make this business different, stop wasting your time. You don't need to. All you need to do is listen and learn from what the other people are doing, and then add your own flair to it. That's it. I find people that have joined me that have tried to sort of veer off the path, it's just too frustrating. It doesn't work. So if you just stay on the path that we're trying to help you with, it's so easy. Be yourself, share your story, but just do it in the way that's already working for everybody else, and you'll be successful. But you can't not be successful. It's actually simple. It's hard work. Like, it's constant, everyday grind, hard work. But it's so simple. It's really simple if you just kind of keep trucking. Believe in yourself. If there's any tip at the end of this call, it's just believe that you are going to be what you want to be. Whether that is to retire your husband or to be the top coach or whatever you want out of this, believe you can do it, and you can. You absolutely can.
Yeah,
okay.
Michelle, I just want to... Oh, can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
Okay. I just wanted to say that even though I've only been doing it for, actively doing it for 3 days, the one thing I really learned in those 3 days is how supportive and people that come out of the woodwork. Like, I'm my big takeaway from everything you guys are teaching me, obviously there's the invite and all that, but just talking to people in general, they love it. They just want to talk about it. They just want to tell you their story. And if you listen, it's amazing what they tell you. And you don't have to sell anything. And this is the big thing with the group I've got running. I tell them, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here for you. You do the work. I'll tell you what to do, but this is ultimately for you. And they love it because it makes them feel like they've got someone in their corner. And if I can do it, then they can do it. And I think that has been huge for me for 3 days. Like it's totally, I haven't sold anything or done any of that, but that's okay. Because right now for me, it's all about getting comfortable, getting confident, and building relationships with these people. And it's been truly phenomenal how my mindset has changed even in the 3 days I've done it. So I just wanted to throw that out there for the rest of you guys who are just starting to. It's pretty awesome.
That's cool. And I just want to talk about Nikki for a second. This is someone who, when did you sign up as a coach?
It's been a year and 3 months ago.
So Nikki signed up as a coach, and I hounded Nikki like every month. What's going on? How are you? And she would just politely respond, and then maybe not, and then she would. And then something clicked like a month ago. And we started chatting again, and now she's like here on calls. And I mean, I know she's going to do this. So, you might sign up someone as a coach and not really talk to them for like a whole year. But something does eventually. And I did keep reaching out because I cared about her. I didn't care that she was going to be like my next diamond, but I did care about what was going on in her life. And I didn't want to bug her, but I every once in a while would just say, hey, what's up? And
that's important, because honestly, had you just dropped me, I wouldn't have bothered. Like I wouldn't have gone down this journey. I would have just let it go. But because you were there and I still watched you and I was still on your pages and you let me be a part of it, even though I wasn't active and I wasn't doing anything, it helps tremendously for someone just to watch. And that I've learned from you, and now the people that I'm working with are doing the exact same thing. Some of them messaged me right in the beginning and said, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to watch what you're doing, but I'm probably not going to participate. And I'm like, that's absolutely okay with me, because at some point when they're ready, they may come back and I'll do the same thing. I'll be there for them if they need me. So that has been so key for me. It's not about the sale, it's about the connection and the relationship. And then it just kind of, you do the work, it falls into place. So
for sure. Yeah. If you believe that, and that is it's like the compound effect. That's how it works. You're there to help people, and it just spirals. It really does. You just have to be patient, which is hard, but that's what it's all about. Yeah. That's awesome. Awesome story to end our call on. Anybody else?
I just have one question. Like, how many challenge groups are being run? Like, there's the free challenge groups, there's the challenge pack groups. Like, how many does everybody do within a month? Or do you suggest or recommend?
Megan? Oh, we can't hear you, Megan.
Sorry, I unmuted myself. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I always run most months a free group, plus I run a challenge group. So I always want to run a free group the beginning of the month, because I want to offer something free to people, because everyone loves free stuff, right? And that's how I connect with people, is through a free group. And then I can invite those people to join my challenge group, which will start 2 to 3 weeks after my free group. So my free group people end up becoming my challengers. So it's just kind of an easy transition. And then the ultimate goal is to make those challengers into coaches. So it's just kind of like a funnel process. And each month I just repeat that. The very first week of the month, I do a free group. The end of the month is my challenge group. And that's how I'm able to get my Success Club points, is usually from the free group, plus other people, but you know, that's kind of my focus. And then towards the end of the month, I'm focusing on building new connections so that I can invite them to my free group. So it's honestly, you do the same things every single month, the same things every single day, every week, every month. And, you know, it's a funnel system that you keep doing. This month is different because, like, you know, my little team had, we did a Shakeology Shake Off. You've probably heard a little bit about that.
I read a bit, yeah, but I didn't.
Yeah, so that's just like something we do every few months. And then, of course, this whole Health Bet, the Beachbody challenge tracker thing, that's just kind of something new. So this month is kind of different. It's not kind of going the way most months do go, but most months it's a free group and a challenge group.
Okay.
And I'm totally not like Megan at all. I am like scattered all over the place. Most months I run 2 challenge groups because I get suckered. Like, I'll talk to 5 people and be like, okay, let's have a challenge group. And then I'll have 5 more people that want to start like the next week. So I'm like, all right, well, let's have another one. So you know, there's no rules. Megan's very, you know, scheduled, and it works awesome. And I kind of wish I was more like that. But for me, I'm a little bit more, whatever happens that month happens. I try to have a free group every month. I do have a free group every month, but it might be at the beginning. It might be at the end. I might see an idea on a YouTube video and like, okay, I'm going to start that next week. Like, so you don't have to follow anybody's rules. Like we said, it's like whatever works for you. I have always run 2 challenge groups a month. I just end up doing kind of one every other week because I don't like making people wait to join a challenge group. That's the only reason that I have done that. So maybe they're a little bit smaller. Maybe they only have 6 or 7 people in them. Plus, as you get going, you have repeat challengers that want to stay in a challenge group. So there might be 14 people in the group, but really only 6 new people or 3 new people. So I often have a couple challenge groups going. So that, like, there's no rules. Megan's method is much more organized and makes more sense, but you can be successful if you're kind of more scattered like me too. It does.
Okay. And then with the free challenge groups, like how, like, I know there are so many different ideas. Like, I think Megan and I joined one of your clean eating ones.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get the resources? Like, is that all on one of the sites or the Facebook sites to sort of get started on a free group?
Yeah, like, honestly, I find we just use each other's. Like, I'll say to Michelle, hey, can you add me to your old, you know, ab challenge that you did back in March? And she'll add me in, and I'll just take her stuff, make it my own, and run the group. So,
Okay.
you know, it's not like you have to spend, you know, this whole month like getting ready for your free group next month. Like, it should not be like that. Like, these are free groups. Like, I do put time and effort into them because
Right.
I really do believe I find a lot of challengers and coaches in my free groups, but, you know, we already have those groups. So you don't have to recreate them. You can if you want, but you do not have to by any means. You can use our old content and just, and use that. Like, you reuse what we've all done, and because we've gotten it from somebody else. Like, yeah.
Thank you.
There's tons of stuff in the files section, but
Lots of
just
stuff.
yeah, there's tons of stuff in there, but just say to Megan, okay, I want to do a free group. So what was the last one you did? And
Admin.
easy.
Okay.
Copy and paste is going to be your best friend. I'm going to do a lot of that.
Okay.
Change up some words, make it your own, but don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Unless you have a stellar idea, and then we're all going to use it.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, this is getting long. Unless there's any other questions, we will close out for tonight. Good? Okay.
Thanks.
Bye, guys. Good night.